Hello and welcome to this video tutorial on the Acsenda School of Management Library website. My name is Jeannie and I'll be guiding you through this tutorial today. So this tutorial is going to take a look at subject searching. Now this is a really helpful search method because this can help you to very quickly find everything that we have in our library on a particular subject. So there are two different ways of doing a subject search, and I'll go through each of those today. The first way that you can do a subject search is if you go to the record for an individual item in our library and then look up the subjects listed there. So this is great if you've already found an item that you really like and you'd like to see more items like that. So let's say that I'm doing some research on the topic of forestry and the environment. And let's just say that through my previous searches, I have already found a book that I really like on this topic that I think is very relevant to my research, and I'd like to find more items like it. It's called Balancing Act, Environmental Issues in Forestry. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and run that as a title search. Here it is, and then I can go to the record for this book by clicking on the title. So here is the record for Balancing Act, Environmental Issues in Forestry. And the record is basically a page that tells you everything you need to know about any item in a library. So we have the title, we have the author, we have availability information, and I can also click on more details to see more. So when you click on more details, all of this extra information shows up, and if you scroll down, you can find this search for related items by subject section. Now, we have quite a few different subjects here. We have forest ecology, we have forest and forestry, forest management, and then we have more specific subdivisions of these different subjects. So for example, I have forests and forestry environmental aspects. I have forest ecology, British Columbia. So let's just say that I'm really interested in forests and forestry. Now, you may wonder whether you should click on forests and forestry or forest and forestry environmental aspects, which one you should do first. Now, I recommend doing the simpler one because the more of these subdivisions that you see, the more specific the topic, right? And the more specific the topic, probably the fewer number of books that we'll have in the library on that very particular topic. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on forest and forestry to see what we have in the library with this topic. Okay, so that brings me to a list of 5 results, and these are all results that we have in our library. This is everything that we have in Acsenda Library that has to do with the topic forests and forestry. So now I have 5 different items to choose from. And if I go back to Balancing Act, Environmental Issues in Forestry, and if I click on Forest and Forestry Environmental Aspects, see, now before we had 5 results, right, for forest and forestry. Now we only have 2. But that's still helpful, right? Because now I've found an additional book that is very relevant to the topic that I'm looking for. And then the second way that you can search for items by subject is to do this from the search page. Now, I don't recommend going in and doing it this way if you don't already know the name of a subject that you're looking for. When you search for items by subject, make sure you know the exact subject name and the exact wording and spelling around it. Otherwise, the computer may not understand what you're looking for. And you can find out what the names of different subjects in our library are by taking a look at the records for individual items in our library, just like we did earlier. And you can also find out subject names by taking a look at the topic filter on the results list. And for more information about different results list filters, you can check out the separate video on that topic. So I already know the names of a few different subjects in our library from my own searches before I started filming this video. So I'm going to go to the basic search page, and you can do this as basic browse or advanced search if you like. And I'm going to narrow down my search type as subject. And then I'll type in strategic planning. And one tip that may be helpful to you is to do your search as a phrase, because this will search strategic planning as a phrase. And for more information on this type of search, go ahead and check out the video on phrase searching. So I'll go ahead and run the search. So here are 19 results. All of them have to do with strategic planning. I can filter them further if I want to, and I can also start taking a look at individual items and seeing if they are relevant to my research topic. So that brings us to the end of our tutorial today. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.